Alright, before we get on to the review, I just want to throw a little PSA in here. One being that the final chapter of the Your Lie in April manga has been released. It hasn't been translated yet into English, at least, but it is released. And just in case you guys go on like Reddit or like discussion forums or anything like that, be worry. I think that's the right one. Be wary of spoilers. So there's that. And if any of you do read the manga and have read the final chapter, please no spoilers. At least not now until we finish the season or finish the rest of the episodes, because we only got 6 more weeks. So please be considerate and not spoil anything down in the comments. One last thing, no Tokyo Ghoul. I feel like no more Tokyo Ghoul reviews, at least not now. Because I feel like personally I'm not efficient enough with the Tokyo Ghoul lore to give you guys a good review of it, so yeah. Anyway, what is up, ladies and gents? Nate here, bringing you my review for Your Lie in April episode 16, known as Two of a Kind. So like all the other episodes, it ends on a cliffhanger, and we'll get to that, I promise. But for the most part, this episode was kind of slow, and not slow in like the terms of like, oh yeah, this I just want the series to go on forever and ever and stuff like that. I mean like slow as in pacing, because we didn't get much story-wise. Now before you rage and start typing in the comment section, know that I still think this episode was good. It was just that story-wise we didn't get much development, but we got great character development, which is what we needed because we introduced a new character just last week. So we start off the episode of a flashback, and to see a flashback of before the gala concert, and we see Cory, and she stumbles and bumps her head like she told her friends, but as we see that's not really the case, because that wasn't really a bump. That was more of like a bruise, and straight up like a bruise to the face. It was really weird because they gave us such a depressing scene to start, and then the beautiful opening just comes in, and I'm like, that was a quick feeling change that they were doing there. And I feel like that was like most of this episode, where it was like Your Lie in April is a comedy too, right? But thing is, like, the comedy and the romance and the seriousness, they like the past 15 episodes, they're blending it in so well. But like when it came to this episode, I don't know, it felt kind of weird. Like, I think it was Nagi talking to her friends about being serious, or she was talking, like, having an inner monologue, and the next scene we get was, like, Cory laughing, and then it was, like, I feel like that was vice versa, but, like, you know what I'm talking about, where, like, it transitioned from seriousness to comedy, but they didn't do it, like, they didn't transition it well. Anyway, like I said, we got great character development for Nagi as she was introduced last week, so we had to get to know and understand her character and why she's out to get Kosei. And man, is she like a little devil too, like slamming the thing that covers up the piano keys, like slamming it on Kosei's hand, poking out his glasses. She's vicious. Anyway, you see that she wants to get noticed by her brother Takashi. But thing is, like, Takashi, he's a pianist, and she's trying to follow in his footsteps. But thing is, like, Takashi's so focused on Kosei that he can't notice his little sister. Not really can't, but, like, chooses not to, because Kosei is more of a priority. Well, he's a priority in his mind, because in reality, he's not really a priority. You just have to become, like, a better pianist. Anyway, you see the similarities between Nagi and Kosei, how they both have someone they wanna get to, but they can't really get to them because there's someone else in the way. I think Nagi said this line, and I'm paraphrasing. She said along the lines of choosing friendship over love, and how cliche is that? So not only that, we got some information on why Seto decided to take Nagi in and make her Kosei student, and we see that even though she knew that Nagi was probably out to get Kosei, she knows that something's up with Kosei and his life, and the thing is, she doesn't want him to be sad anymore. She doesn't want Kosei to suffer any more than he has, and so she's trying to give him something, give him a student so he can teach her, and just like take his mind off of freaking Cory, because we see in this episode a lot of things are happening to Cory, and it's happening really fast. So then we get a little bit of Cory and Kosei action, where you see where Kosei is leaving school. He sees Cory in the exact same spot as she was in episode 2, and I'm gonna give a comparison shot. Right here is gonna be episode 2, when Kosei first meets Cory, or at least meets her at school, and this shot is from the current episode. And not only that, she pretty much says the like exact same thing, and it's like, oh, I'm waiting for Watari. Where do you know where he is? Oh, since he's at school or at practice, do you want to be his substitute? And I was like, whoa, that's a throwback. That's a really far throwback. And then her and Kosei pretty much essentially just go on a date, but it's not really a date thing. But anyway, because I feel like at this point, Cory knows Kosei's feelings for her, and she's just trying to make the best of the time she has left. Or at least that's how I see it. It could totally be that she likes messing with Kosei. Anyway, they go on a date, they go shopping and all that. Eventually they visit the school at night to pick up her bag, but thing is she didn't really go to school, even though Kosei thought she went to school, but thing is she didn't. And then Kosei and Cory share another bike moment, which was, not only was it cute, but it's also romantic. But thing is, it was also sad at the end, because both of them wanted that moment to last forever and for time to just stop. And then the last few scenes that we got were the gang visiting Cory at the hospital, and then they, Kashiwaga, I believe her name is, the other friend, she pretty much tells everyone that Kosei has a student that's a first year. And then everyone's like panicking, and then like Wataru's like, yo, why didn't you tell me about her? But then like Cory just like kind of like freaks out and gets mad, saying that he should be practicing more and more instead of teaching someone else and then practicing. And then she starts breaking down crying, and she tries to play it off, but the thing is, it doesn't really work, because at this moment Kosei knows that, I feel like Kosei is getting, he's getting the exact same feeling that he had when his mom was sick, because he was having flashback, or he was like having like, it was the exact same image of his mom in the medicine bed, not medicine bed, the hospital bed, and it was just going back and forth, the wheelchair, and I was like, oh man, not again. And then Kosei goes visit Cory at night, just himself, and thing is like, he's like, we hear him talking, but it's not him talking, because he's having an inner monologue, and then Cory starts quoting this book, and then that she was given from Kosei, and then or Watari, and then she says, do you want to commit a double suicide? End episode. I'm like, what? Thing is, knowing Cory's personality, I feel like it won't be really she'll probably be joking, but I feel like at the same time it's gonna take a serious turn of events for Kosei and Cory, because thing is, you don't joke about suicide, because that's just, it's not normal. So yeah, my grade for the episode, I'm gonna give it an A-. Like I said, no really plot progression, and we're left with another cliffhanger. Words, Nathan, can you speak them? Anyway, but we did get a lot of character development from Nagi and Seto and Cory, and it was just crazy. The ending was crazy. That cliffhanger was crazy. Anyway, what do you guys think Cory means by having, do you want to commit a double suicide together? Let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and thanks for watching. But don't forget to rate and subscribe if you think the video deserves it. Anyway, I'll see you guys all tomorrow for Assassination Classroom. And so until then, bye.